I'm Jan Mays, retired audiologist, and today I'm sharing some examples of coping tools and do's and don'ts that people might want to consider for their tinnitus and hyperacusis coping toolbox. This info is just meant for educational purposes, and so it does not replace tinnitus or hyperacusis evaluation and management from professional care providers. Something can be done. There is no cure, but even severe tinnitus and hyperacusis symptoms can be treated successfully if managed well in daily life. Similar coping tools will help whether people have hyperacusis and or tinnitus. Strategies to avoid include sound avoidance and hearing overprotection. Make sure you understand recommended do's and don'ts while building or evolving your coping toolbox. Rely on your healthcare team. Get information, guidance, and support from qualified professionals and reliable sources. The more severe or complex the tinnitus or hyperacusis, likely the bigger your healthcare team. For example, family doctor, audiologist, ear, nose, and throat specialist, psychologist, neurologist. If ever needed, discuss prescription medication with your healthcare providers to help with any anxiety, depression, or insomnia. Referrals for professional counseling therapy are often useful as needed. Build your tinnitus or hyperacusis toolbox. Like any chronic pain, there is no cure or one-size-fits-all approach to managing hyperacusis or tinnitus. Whether you have one or both, a toolbox approach with options to use when and where needed can help people develop management habits for a lifetime. The more severe or complex the symptoms, the more coping tools you will likely need in your tinnitus hyperacusis toolbox. There are many free self-help, guided self-help, and more formal therapy approaches with systematic treatment programs. For the most improved quality of life, people with tinnitus and hyperacusis typically need intensive care tools for early treatment and flare-ups, as well as everyday coping tools that target 1. Strategies to improve relaxation, sleep, and well-being. 2. Sound enrichment for daytime and sleep. 3. Improving hearing and speech communication. And 4. Appropriate use of hearing protection. The goal is to have at least one tool for each target area. Base decisions on proven approaches, tools you already own or have easy access to, along with your personal likes, dislikes, preferences, and lifestyle. Your coping toolbox should evolve over time based on new science, tools, and technologies. Do your research on approaches and options available. Research options available before deciding on tinnitus or hyperacusis management approaches that best meet your hearing health needs and personal preferences. Maybe you just need to adjust some of your current coping tools to manage better. Maybe there are areas you could improve by targeting key symptoms better. When deciding on self-help coping tools like apps, books, workbooks, hearing protection, or online resources, check for recommended age ranges, good reviews, best of lists, high user ratings, and positive community feedback. While many apps are free, some offer extra features, upgrades, or subscriptions to buy. So watch out for apps that automatically renew subscriptions on expiry dates. So just as some examples, here are some free online patient resources and materials. Tinnitus, Healing from Home, patient handout in the Hearing Journal from February 2022. Hyperacusis, How You Can Help Yourself, patient guidelines and resources in the Hearing Journal, October 2024. Hyperacusis and tinnitus activities treatment patient education from the University of Iowa Department of Otolaryngology. Progressive tinnitus management and sound tolerance patient resources from the National Center for Rehabilitative Auditory Research, and tinnitus hyperacusis retraining therapy patient exercises from tinnitus.org. There are also some useful websites. ATA.org, the American Tinnitus Association website, shares tinnitus management resources that can be applied to hyperacusis, including a sound library and useful apps for sound therapy, sleep, and relaxation. Tinnitus.org.uk website shares tinnitus and some hyperacusis resources, including Take on Tinnitus, free online course. Other useful websites include hearinghealthfoundation.org, hsperson.com, highly sensitive person, hyperacusis.net, the Hyperacusis Network, hyperacusisawareness.wordpress.com, Growing Up with Hyperacusis, hyperacusisresearch.org, and musiciansclinics.com. Take your time. There's no rush. Any lifestyle changes to better manage tinnitus and hyperacusis need to happen slowly and systematically over weeks and months. A combination of sound enrichment and symptom management to improve sleep and well-being likely gives greater benefit than either alone. Be patient. Improvements will take time to notice. Don't give up. With hyperacusis and tinnitus, the longer you've had it, or the more severe it is, the longer it will likely take for sound tolerances and negative reactions to get better. A person using management tools daily could take 3 to 18 months before noticing improved sound tolerances or reduced tinnitus perception. Quality of life should continue to get better with ongoing appropriate management over time. Target relaxation, sleep, and well-being. Adding sound enrichment or cutting back on hearing protection can be stressful and exhausting. Before and during this process, consider tools for better sleep and improving relaxation and well-being, like lower stress, anxiety, or depression. While there are various mental health options available, cognitive behavioral therapy has helped people with hyperacusis and tinnitus with approaches including self-help to professional counseling from, for example, psychologists, cognitive techniques to help reduce worrying and negative or what-if thinking, relaxation techniques like deep breathing or progressive muscle and imagery techniques like meditation, positive visualizations, or guided imagery. It takes daily practice to start noticing positive changes. It's best to use your preferred coping tools, especially relaxation techniques, during daytime and before sleep. These types of tools can help you cope better while adjusting your lifestyle to best manage tinnitus and hyperacusis. Many available tools target multiple areas, like sleep apps with relaxing soundscapes, relaxation techniques, and better sleep strategies. Some wellness apps are more accessible than others for people with hearing loss. If you have trouble hearing or understanding speech or audio content, look for sources or apps that offer trained speakers with deep, distinct speech, have visual indicators, and are text-based or with open captioning, like subtitles on. For some tool examples that target sleep, relaxation, and well-being, here are some to consider. Again, tinnitus.org.uk has various resources, including an free online course, tinnitus activity treatment patient education, specifically on sleep, from the University of Iowa Department of Otolaryngology. The American Tinnitus Association website, ata.org, shares patient tools including sleep and relaxation apps for tinnitus and hyperacusis management, including 10% Happier, Buddhify, Calm, Headspace, Insight Timer, Oak, Relax and Sleep, Sleepbug, and Taumix. Other popular apps include Aura, meditation app more accessible for people with hearing loss, Breathe to Relax, designed for panic attacks or PTSD, Happify, game-based, Mindshift for teens to adults, and Widex Zen Tinnitus Management. Self-help books and workbook options for children, teens, and adults cover topics including hyperacusis or tinnitus management, chronic pain, cognitive behavioral therapy, stress management, insomnia or better sleep, and highly sensitive persons. Go slow, adding soft, safe soundscapes back into daily life. Following a careful, gradual program of sound enrichment can help reduce auditory system and brain hyperactivity, improve hyperacusis sound tolerances, and help suppress tinnitus perception if you have both. Do's: use sound enrichment when possible to avoid silence and overly quiet environments. Many people can tolerate using pink, white, or brown noise for sound therapy during daytime or sleep. These sound types are steady over time, making it easier to control the volume in small steps. Only use soft, comfortable, non-annoying sounds and sound levels. For example, birdsong, nature sounds, relaxing music, speech, or other safely tolerated sounds and soundscapes. Relaxing sound is usually most helpful, especially for sleep. Distraction soundscapes can be useful for getting focus or concentration away from annoying sounds if you have misophonia. If possible, making similar noises yourself at the same time may be helpful. So if someone else is chewing noisy snacks, chew noisy snacks too. Go slow for tinnitus and very slow for hyperacusis when reintroducing sound. Make small, comfortable changes over a period of weeks to months. Slowly add sound back in small volume increments, waiting a week or two before increasing again. Usually some sound, no matter how soft, is better than no sound. Usually short periods of time with safe daily sound exposures, no matter how short, are better than not using sound at all. When there is a volume control, especially for unfamiliar sound sources, always start with the volume on 0 or minimum sound level. Turn up the loudness slowly in small steps until your desired soft to moderate volume is reached. For example, just audible or clearly audible. Softly listen to different sound enrichment options until you find some you like for different situations, like relaxing, reading or doing hobbies, concentrating, sleeping, masking unwanted, distracting, or annoying background sounds. Sleep sound should play throughout sleep time. Depending on the tinnitus or hyperacusis severity and any hearing loss, people might benefit from ambient soundscape alone or ambient plus through a sound pillow or tinnitus pillow, so both ears are more evenly exposed to safe, soft sound input. Hearing aids, or amplification, give sound enrichment because they add back missing input not heard because of hearing loss. If you have hearing loss, wait to get hearing aids or turn on the amplification feature of combination devices, sound generators plus hearing aids, until after the hyperacusis is less severe. Amplification should be prescribed and custom fit to meet individual needs, including output limits and loudness levels for comfort. Don'ts. When checking out options, do not use if the sound or soundscape is loud, uncomfortable, painful, annoying, or distressing. Avoid blocked off or occluded ear canals as much as possible, since this prevents sound enrichment needed to treat auditory system hyperactivity underlying tinnitus and hyperacusis. Some free tool examples for hearing and sounds include communication strategies in difficult listening situations as outlined in Hyperacusis, How You Can Help Yourself, in the Hearing Journal, October 2024. Hear Who app to screen hearing ability for speech understanding and noise. Heard That app for smartphones or hearing aids to better understand speech and background noise. Soundprint app, or Yelp for noise, to help find quiet venues. Auditory training programs, although most require professional guidance, like LACE, which is mainly for adults. Ambient sound enrichment devices, might include a tabletop sound generator, a sleep sound or tinnitus pillow, TV, household fan or dehumidifier, speaker or stereo systems, tablet, computer, gaming systems. Sound sources might include natural outdoor soundscapes, personal music or soundscape playlists, audiobooks, relaxation, focus, or sleep sound YouTube videos, gaming soundtracks, and soundscape apps. For example, My Noise has a library of options with sliders that let you customize soundscapes for comfort. Options like Ambient Chaos by Neil.fun let you mix different soundscapes. Tinnitus.org.uk has many resources. The American Tinnitus Association website shares useful sound therapy options, including a masking sound library and sounds for sleep and relaxation. Patient tools include sound therapy, sleep and relaxation apps for tinnitus and hyperacusis management, including My Noise, Relax Melodies, Resound Relief, Simply Noise, Starkey Relax, and White Noise Light. Sounds for work or home, such as Spotify, streaming services, or internet radio stations like Calm Radio or Sleep Radio at www.internet-radio.com. Some people might use personal listening. This is safest at soft volumes with noise-canceling earbuds or earmuffs, and device settings turned to the softest or lowest decibel output and sound exposures possible. Given extremely high amplified output, especially with mobile phones, personal listening might not be comfortable, even at the lowest volume settings, for some people with hyperacusis. Hearing healthcare providers can prescribe and fit wearable or in-ear sound generators or combination devices, sound generators plus hearing aids, for portable, custom-fit sound therapy provided directly to the ears, along with phone or device compatibility. Sound generators commonly include soft waterfall-type white, pink, or brown noise, but many relaxing options are available, including fractal music. Personal playlists and apps can be used on wearable hearing aids. Styles should be as open-fit as possible. Use hearing protection for harmful or uncomfortable noise exposures. You should always use well-fitting hearing protection for harmfully loud noise or soundscapes. A good rule of thumb is, if the sound source is manufactured or amplified and other people find it loud, it's probably harmful to hearing health. Outside of harmful exposures, appropriate hearing protection might be needed for comfort. For some soft to loud examples of safe sound, this includes natural safe sound, unamplified, including nature, weather, birds, insects, animals, and other species. Human safe sound includes unamplified, playing music using natural instruments made from wood, bone, or hide, speech, singing, shouts, crying, burps, clapping hands, whistles, farts. When it comes to harmfully loud noise, here are some more examples. Noise emissions from manufactured products include power hand dryers, hair dryers, MRI machines, home appliances like blenders, ice cream makers, and vacuums, lawn and garden machinery and equipment, garbage or recycling trucks, construction machinery and equipment, transportation, including vehicles, aircraft, trains, buses, subways, ferries, transit, and rapid transit systems. For harmfully loud, amplified noise sources, this includes amplified sound, speech, and music, balloons popping, movies at cinemas, including musicals and children's films, loud restaurants, concerts, nightclubs or dance clubs, stadium events. Hearing protection that's fine for harmfully loud exposures can overprotect for uncomfortable or painful trigger sounds in otherwise safe soundscapes. Overprotection blocks out too much sound, impairs speech understanding, and makes brain hyperactivity and sound sensitivity worse. Do's. Listening with open ears in natural, safe, comfortable soundscapes is preferred as much as possible, especially at home. Plan how to best manage your hearing protection needs before making any changes. Tinnitus Today from winter 2020 includes my article on how to build your own hearing protection toolkit, including high fidelity, high noise reduction, and specialty options. Always use hearing protection for harmfully loud sound exposures. For unwanted noise that people with normal hearing don't find loud, only use hearing protection as needed for individual comfort. Consider high fidelity options that cut louder sounds, speech, or noise automatically, similar to how transition sunglasses automatically adjust for brightness. Many people with tinnitus and hyperacusis benefit from 2-in-1 type hearing protection, instantly switchable between high fidelity and high noise reduction as needed. When choosing earplug and/or earmuff options for different environments or activities, consider well-fitting styles, your sound and noise exposures, cost, ratings and reviews, lifestyle, listening, speech communication, music enjoyment, and hyperacusis or tinnitus needs. With hyperacusis, taper off overprotection very slowly and carefully in a systematic order at your own pace over a period of weeks and months. For example, 15 minutes less overprotection daily for a week or two before proceeding to wean off further. For example, if doubling up with earplugs and earmuffs for everyday soundscapes now, people typically taper off earmuffs first and then earplugs. Don't. Avoid using hearing protection for sleep, as this can maintain brain hyperactivity. Taper off if necessary while adding relaxing ambient sleep sound enrichment. Don't leave home without bringing high fidelity and/or high noise reduction hearing protection options for unexpected and expected uncomfortable, loud, or noisy exposures. Don't overprotect your ears from everyday sounds by using high noise reduction earplugs or earmuffs. Tool examples for hearing protection: finger plugs, putting your index fingers in your ear canals for emergency or short-term use. High fidelity options are sometimes called noise canceling, filtered, level dependent or flat attenuation, musicians, or social hearing protection. High fidelity includes professionally custom molded earplugs, pre-molded high fidelity or musicians earplugs, high fidelity earmuffs with or without built-in amplification, earplugs or earmuffs with built-in safe listening for personal audio or music. High noise reduction options include a high noise reduction rating, usually over 24 decibels, solid foam or silicone, custom molded and pre-molded earplugs, and heavier earmuffs. 2-in-1 type options are switchable between high fidelity and high noise reduction. Examples include professionally custom molded, pre-molded earplugs, electronic earmuffs where high fidelity safe amplification can be turned on and off as needed. Consider purchasing from hearing healthcare clinics, online retail stores, or safety supply stores. Workplace safety stores usually carry a wide range of sizes and features, including bulk bags of earplugs, so people can try different styles of earplugs and earmuffs to find what fits best. Professional musicians should consider high-fidelity hearing protection or in-ear musician monitors recommended for their exposure or instrument, for example, at musiciansclinics.com. If tapering off earmuffs, this is an example of the sequence you might try. 1, you're using high noise reduction earmuffs with a noise reduction rating above 24 dB. Step 2 would be switching to a lower noise reduction earmuff. Step 3, switching to high fidelity earmuffs. And 4, no earmuffs unless used for harmful or uncomfortable noise. If you are tapering off earplugs, imagine if you're starting with high noise reduction earplugs with a noise reduction rating of greater than 24 dB. Your next step might be a 2-in-1 type earplug on the high noise reduction setting. You could then phase to the high fidelity setting or a high fidelity earplug for safety and comfort. And then your goal is no earplugs in safe soundscapes with no risk of trigger sounds. Flare-ups happen. Like any chronic pain, it's normal to have hyperacusis and tinnitus flare-ups occasionally, including after hearing health appointments that focus ears and thoughts on symptoms and listening. No matter why a flare-up happens, keep using soft sound enrichment and helpful coping tools and strategies. Seek professional help for evaluation, guidance, and tune-ups as needed. For example, from your audiologist, family doctor, ear, nose, and throat specialist, or psychologist. Ask for help when needed. Let your audiologist or hearing healthcare provider know if you need a tune-up, or if there's a tinnitus or hyperacusis management program you're interested in trying with their guidance. If in crisis, there are many self-help and professional resources available, including live chat and emergency crisis helplines or lifelines to call or text. If you are having a crisis needing urgent help, please contact your local emergency services. I hope at least one person has found this educational info share helpful. This information is also in a handout on my website with the link in the description below. Quiet cheers.